So I was watching this documentary recently, very interesting. Not being from the states, it's different. Like soccer, football is it's
Yeah.
called. It's different. Like the game, the way the game is ran, like the politics around it is different. So I was watching this FIFA documentary, and they're just going through like all these bribes and the votes, but they're like real open about it. I was like, "Man, this is weird. Like how they just talk about it, but I mean, they were just kind of open about like how people pay. Like you're essentially like paying for votes, like quid pro quo, but out in the open, like things that like we're used to seeing that. Like that's that download. Like that's that low key stuff around here where we're from. But the way they're talking about it, it's like, yeah, you know that you taking payments and all this other stuff, and they're just open about it. And then you have one person in office, and then they just replace it, like replace that person with another person, and they crooked, and then it's another person, and they're crooked. But it's like everybody. But what was so weird about it in watching that is that everybody understood what was happening, and they was like, yeah, like we're gonna come out here, give this money. Like there's an incident where they say like they were just bringing people up to the hotel room and just giving them packets of money for votes. And everybody was like, "Yeah, this is what we do. It's normal." I never seen that. I never seen that. So think about it if like you somebody like think about it like this. Like if you live in America, you like watch the NBA, you think about like the old commissioner of the NBA, like David Stern and it's like Adam Silver. And like Adam Silver just like was at a hotel and he was just letting all the owners of these city like wherever the teams are in the cities and they were just coming out and just like giving them money to have an all-star game in their city. And they just talked about it like on the documentary, like it was normal and it was cool and it was just like a regular way to do business. Like that's how this FIFA stuff went down. It was crazy. It was crazy. But when you think about like having that power and how you understand that these people who operated in these different countries who had these like who really were the representatives and they controlled these votes of like who did what and what funding went where. It was really one of these situations where like, yeah, you can take advantage of that and you can exploit it. And the fact that you were in a position where you felt or you were so important that people just followed you and they did what you wanted regardless. See, that's like, listen, real power is when people do what you want them to do and they don't want to do it. They do it because they have to, and not because they want to. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, that's real power is when people just like, I don't have a choice.